I would put it on a bun. You could fit the pickles. You could fit pickles in there. And the pickles. You can fit the pickles in there. You can fit the pickles in there. Come on.
Some onions.
Pickle chicken sandwich. Take it away, John Frickin Smith.
Welcome to the rabbit hole,
How did we end up on that rabbit hole?
where all you knew is wrong, and rules are just suggestions made up as we go along. And who knows what you'll find here? Maybe heaven or your worst fears. Whatever it may be, it's yours to keep forever.
Just in time. You've entered a rabbit hole. Please go down further. Where there's philosophy hidden within stupidity.
My nipples are sweating.
What are they doing to that chicken?
They're punching holes in it. You know what? I want to teabag Hank Azaria. He could make weird noises.
You're fucking weird.
You guys are horrible.
Bunyan rings? Like, I wouldn't eat those.
What the fuck? Hey.
Even if it was Paul Bunyan themed, like, you know what I mean?
Anyone-
Like flannel onion rings or something like that. Be like, yeah, I had a heart attack. Fuck you.
It's a sunny, shiny day.
Yeah. Fat people need love, too. Hello. I'm sorry. You are just in time, and I am one of the J&T baggers. Your host, DJ Van Nielsen, or Millie Van Nielsen, Finding Needles. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the rabbit hole, as you heard on that sexy ass song there. That is actually the beginning of the song too. Welcome to the rabbit hole. Yes. But yeah, you've heard the song. Well, you hear it at the beginning. Hear the song in its entirety. Yours to keep. From the album Songs of the Great Collapse by Mr. John Frickin Smith. And head on over to johnfrickinsmith.com or Apple Music, Spotify. Check out John Frickin Smith, man. Check out that album. Great songs. Obviously yours to keep. Instant click when we heard it. Instant click. Yeah, that's one of the few times that probably, like, just the story behind that, which I've told it many times, so you'd have to go further down the rabbit hole, as is suggested in the intro. But yeah, the story behind that is like the perfect example of us being called just in time, because it was kind of everything lined up at the exact perfect time. But anyway, do I sound like relaxed? I hope I do. I should sound pretty fuck. I have been smoking like a chimney this morning. Yeah. Oh God. So sorry about that. That's what's known amongst the J&T baggers as the cough of glory. Yes, it actually came from when we were back in the day when we actually used to play Call of Duty and shit. Yeah, when we'd have the headsets on, we hear one of us coughing, and hey, is that the cough of glory right there? It was, we would write it COG, like with the periods and with the O being lowercase and shit, just like Call of Duty, but that was actually very close to being the name of this show. That might be a break-off we do at some point. Cough of Glory. You know what? That might be the name of like some YouTube videos or something, like a pre-show. We've thought about doing that for forever. Once we're actually back in full force, getting the guys together and just having a pre-recording smoke session. Our only fear is that might end up being more fun than the actual recording. But moving on. Yeah, I said I've been smoking like a chimney. What the fuck do I have here? I have some Snoop OG, and it is this is actually a different turn of events. I have an indica. Yes, I also got some fucking some blueberry diesel and some fucking. I'm sorry, I'm really baked, and I can't find the damn jar. It's some kind. It's blue Blue something. Blue Dream. Yeah, Blue Dream. Yeah, I had an actually interesting development over the last week. I went to a new shop. It's over just on the other side, actually, of town from the one that I've been going to, so it's kind of weird, but it's a little bit closer, making it more convenient. The parking lot's a little bit bigger. Not much bigger, but it's more open. This other one that I've been going to for the last several months has been, the only downside is there's only like 4 parking spots, and it's very cramped in there. Like, I don't know, I get weird claustrophobia trying to leave or trying to go in when there's more than one car in the parking lot. But anyway, this new shop, what was it? Korn actually recommended it, because he went there or he's been going there, I guess, for quite some time, and he's like, yeah, dude, they got deals, man. And I noticed the shop that I've been going to for the last several months, they've started, I don't know, their prices have started to go up a bit, and I kind of need to save. So I went to this spot, and I ended up, walking out pretty fucking happy, because I found this here Snoop OG. They had a decent deal on it, and got some pre-rolls, which I don't know if I've ever mentioned on the show, but I love pre-rolls when I go to weed shops. I am a pre-roll fucking, not addict, but it's one of those splurge things. Every now and then, like on payday or something, if I go to a shop, I'll grab a couple pre-rolls or something, usually like the $5 variety. Well, this place like one up. The $5 ones are always the bottom tier. It's like some of them. There's just the house pre-rolls, as they call them, but still pretty stony usually. This place has them fucking they're five. You can buy one for $5 or 3 for $10. They're assholes. They make it make sense to just go for the $10 one. So it's kind of cool. Actually, I went there and I got one of these pre-rolls is OGs. I posted a picture on Instagram, actually. Yeah, on our Instagram. But some very good bud, very good place, very friendly service, fucking huge selection of weed. Notice I'm not even mentioning the place either. I'm just dick riding it just because. Yeah, dick riding a faceless. It's like a glory hole review. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Also, along with this pre-roll, I've got I did another little mini splurge, I guess, a little mini stoner splurge, a smoke shop that I frequent. I've always noticed that they had some wooden pipes on the wall, and they're not like crazy extravagant ones. It's not full on like Sherlock Holmes or anything crazy like that. Or what was that on? Who had that fucking great? It's not even full on Gandalf either. It's not all extra long or anything. Oh, Inglorious Bastards, fucking Christoph Waltz. He had a good ass, fucking crazy ass pipe. It's more like the farmer guy's pipe, just a regular old wooden pipe. But they were $5, so I was like, you know what? Let me get one of those. Popped a screen in there and fucking, yeah. It's one of the few times I use the hemp wick, because it makes me look like honestly, I feel like I'm doing counseling or something. Which is where I want to remind you, our phone number. 951-394-3420. Call and leave a voicemail. Tell me your problems. I'll grab my hair pipe and see if I can give you some advice. Yes, advice from a stoner. So yeah, I'm gonna take a moment here and spark this up. I'm gonna use my little hemp wick here. What else I had something else on the docket. Oh yeah, I named this pipe though. I did have to name it. I named it Cadbury. Now, if you listened a couple weeks ago or last week, I'm not sure anymore. It's starting to melt together. But I talked about Macaulay Culkin and Richie Rich. That was the name of his butler, was Cadbury. This has nothing to do with Easter and the goddamn eggs. But yeah, so I did that, and yeah. Well, while I spark this up, you can hear the lighter cracking. But my hemp wick is lit now, and I'm gonna take a couple puffs real quick. I just remembered that I took the filter out, so I went and hit it really hard because these wooden pipes have a little filter thing in them, and it restricts a lot of stuff. Obviously, if you've ever smoked pot out of a pipe or anything, or even a joint, there's a little bit of a resin buildup. And this one, I took the filter out, and so I went to hit it really hard, and it fucking got me pretty good just now. But I've actually got a couple things on the docket, But before I get into any further, I want to thank Sudio, that's Sudio, for my Regent Bluetooth headphones. They have actually got a pretty good range. I could pretty much walk around my small apartment and leave my phone wherever and listen to shit, whatever the fuck I'm listening to. But also, if I want to plug in, I can, it's got an aux cord. Yeah, very nice. Very good, clean sound quality and whatnot. And, yeah, if you go to sudio.com, again, that's Sudio, and use the promo code JUSTINTIME, you can get 15% off your order. Check that out. I know, that's cheesy. So let's, yeah. Well, I think you know the drill. Usually, there's usually a certain point where I gotta ask, John Frickin Smith, tell him where we're going.
Some movies suck, and some are great, but our reviews are always late reviews with the boys from Just in Time.
All right, thank you, John Frickin Smith, for that beautiful ass late review intro. Fucking A. We always thank John Frickin Smith because he's one of the many beautiful things he's done. Yeah. So, moving on, I've actually got 2 late reviews, so I'll make them kind of quick. Well, our style is usually very unorganized, and sometimes we go over a synopsis, sometimes we just say our favorite parts. This one I'm actually forgetting one of them. Well, I'll do the first one. It's a bit of a cheeser. Yes, I know, John Frickin Smith. But, so, the first one I got here is a movie called Sex Tape. I don't remember what year it fucking said. I never pull up the IMDb shit for these late reviews either. It's less facts, more opinions. But, it's got, I think it was like 2014 or something like that, maybe 13. But it's got, Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz. Now, that already should be a formula for a decent flick. That should already make for a good one. Usually. On paper it would. I don't... well, this obviously was going to be a cheeser, but... Fuck. Well, at first, I think honestly they tried to make you, like, imply with the title and all that shit that you're almost guaranteed to see Cameron Diaz naked. Not happening. Usually if sex is in the title of a movie, Sex Drive, that's the only other one I can think of right now, but usually if sex is in the title, there's going to be some nudity if you go that blatant. But, yeah, this one, aside from Cameron Diaz not getting naked, which I'm not even going to complain about it, I don't know. It only had and it had Rob Corddry too, which I thought would have been a perfect recipe for some funny. But it ended up being kind of bland and cheesy. And when you have the chance for an R rating and that's what you do, I don't know. I'm not even going to go into extra heavy detail. I'm just going to say that the true star of the movie was motherfucking Rob Lowe. Yeah, I said it. Rob Lowe, that son of a bitch. He played fucking like the head of a corporation that was kind of almost like a Disney style of a thing. It was called like Piper Brothers or something like that. But yeah, when you first meet him, he just seemed like a regular old, like just a CEO type and shit, public figure, knows all, salesman, knows marketing, all that shit. But then they go to his house later in the movie. Doesn't even matter why. Yeah, doesn't even. If I go into the plot too much, you're just gonna poke holes. Like anyone who watched it, which is probably why it probably has a low score on Rotten Tomatoes if it has a score. But they go to Rob Lowe's house and he's playing this like wholesome CEO type and shit where you think like he'd be just I don't know watching home movies or something with his family. And he's sitting there alone listening to just, like, Slayer, I think he had playing. And at one point he had fucking, like, DMX and, fucking Biggie and shit. Yeah, it was kind of weird. But the funniest part wasn't even that, though, either. It says, as Jason Segel's walking through his house, he's got paintings of, like, famous Disney scenes. Just one, painting. Like, one of the first ones you see is, Rafiki holding up Simba. But the painting has Rob Lowe's face implemented in or put into Rafiki's body. It looks extremely creepy. And that's where it was funny, because they put the dimples into the paintings, all of them too. There's one you see Pinocchio, and I think he was Geppetto. It was fucking just very weird, very weird. I wouldn't even say watch it. I would just say look up that scene on YouTube or something and find it, because that shit is funny. But other than that, kind of a cheeser. Yeah, not gonna lie, I was a bit disappointed. You do get to see Cameron Diaz's butt a little, but I don't know if you've I don't want to sound like a typical black guy, but she has no ass. I mean, come on. I think we've had an argument about Cameron Diaz not being that. We definitely had that long ago when the Sasquatch was on. If I knew the episode offhand, I would say just go back and listen to this episode, but I don't remember. I've been smoking. Yeah, wooden pipes have bigger bowls than I'm used to, and it takes a bit to get it, smoking properly, so you can get that proper puffing. But moving on, the next late review is actually because of Korn. Yeah, I was at Korn's house last night, and the whole time he's trying to convince me to we can record here. I'm like, first we got to get the equipment. I know, but when we get equipment, I'm like, okay, you have roommates that, are kind of loud. Well, that's not even the problem. The only issue is that the problem with recording at Korn's house is he has too easy access to his own liquor, or to his own beer. No. He was drinking Old English last night too, that motherfucker. Stuttering and everything. So, we haven't chilled in a while, and I had been bugging him like, dude, we gotta hang out. I gotta at least smoke you out for the whole tow truck thing and shit. So, we're hanging out at his house, and he turns on Spider-Man Homecoming, which I hadn't seen. I still hadn't seen that, so I was able to, check another one off the old Marvel list. I think so far, at least to date, the only one I haven't seen, I don't know, actually. I'd have to go back and look, because I saw all the Iron Mans, I've seen all the Thors, seen all the Captain Americas, seen the one Hulk movie, seen both of the Avengers movies, or all three. Saw Black Panther, saw Doctor Strange, saw Ant-Man, saw Guardians 2 and 1. So yeah, I think the only one I still need is, Homecoming was a big one I needed to cross off the list, at least before, Infinity Wars and all that shit comes out. So yeah, I was happy to, sit and watch it with him and smoke a little bud. So, first off, Korn was really drunk, or he wasn't already drunk, but he was getting he's a little guy, so any amount of beer affects him pretty good. So, we're watching, and every time, for some reason, at Korn's goddamn trailer, he would rather just go outside than use the bathroom. Yeah, he'll go outside to smoke a cigarette and go take a piss in the fucking grass and shit. Especially at nighttime. I'm like, dude, you fucking weirdo. So every 10 minutes, he's pausing the movie. And I'm like, dude, it's already like 8:30. I start dozing around like 10 usually. So I'm like, can we just kind of watch this movie so I can get the fuck on? Not in a mean way, but just one of those, like, I don't want to fall asleep. Let's just keep watching the movie. It's a fucking 2+ hour movie. We get into watching it. When I finally, when we're able to sit and watch it, I finally told him, like, dude, stop it. Let's just watch the movie now for a while. Okay. We get into watching it. I actually was kind of enjoying it. It starts off nicely with a little, Parker doing like a fucking, like a video log thing. Yeah, a vlog type thing. Video diary. And it was kind of cool seeing like his perspective on the whole Civil War and all that shit. Not the whole thing, but just him coming in and, some of the ins and outs. So, fucking seeing Michael Keaton as a bad guy was actually kind of cool, I won't lie. I love seeing him back in the spotlight and shit. Love, he's getting old, but he's still doing it. He can still do what he wants to do. I like it. So, I'm not going to even go into the full-on story or go into any spoilers, even though it's been out for, it's already on DVD. It's already on demand. That's how Korn was watching it. that's how we were watching it at his house. But you know, and I don't know about you. I have trouble keeping up with these damn flicks anyway. So I don't know if it, you know, like I said, I just barely checking that one off. So just in case you haven't checked it off your list, I won't ruin anything for you. I'll just say that my only beef was a little bit too much reliance on technology. Honestly, I think, I mean, I get it. The simple Spider-Man, I guess, isn't always gonna be that cool. But I don't know. There, you know, like his suit. You know, his suit's got quite a bit of capabilities. It would make for a cool video game. I'm sure it might have, but I don't know. I was a little bit. I don't know. He seemed a little bit unimpressive at first there, but then he goes without the suit for a while. So that was actually kind of cool that they broke it down again. The fat friend annoyed the fuck out of me and just kind of ruined the plot a little bit, or not ruined the plot, but just kind of spread a little douche on the whole situation. Him blurting something out came up at least 3 times to further the plot. So it was a little fucked up, like he was the dick that let the cat out of the bag and shit. Like I would have kicked his fucking ass with my super strength if I was Peter Parker in that situation. I mean, yeah, he's a fat kid, but that's when he really just, you want to out me, motherfucker? I'm gonna throw your fat ass off the roof. But you don't want Spider-Man doing that. It's a Disney movie, for all, you know. But yeah, it was overall though, you know, it's a Marvel movie. You got your funny mixed in with your action and your intensity. You've got a good amount of hero guilt, which seems to be just like a common theme coming up in the Marvel movies nowadays. A lot of guilt. The weird thing to me was, honestly, why didn't they use John Favreau that much in fucking the first Iron Man movie? Like, fuck. There was a lot of John Favreau, a lot more of him than I thought. I thought this movie was going to be damn near centered around Tony Stark, the way they were advertising it and showing it. It kind of annoyed me that they plastered his face all over the promotions and shit when half of the movie he really did just phone in. Like they just needed his voice. It was kind of weird. But yeah, he only came out of the suit once and he was in a goddamn regular suit. What the hell happened to his little Iron Man jumpsuit thing? I don't know. But overall though, it was still, you know, it was decent. You got some good, got some good action. Some good jokes, I'll give it that. Some good Spider-Man jokes. Some situations where he wasn't in just Manhattan, you know, building to building, tall building to building. There was actually some nice parts there where he had to just run. And that was kind of funny to me. But yeah, that was good. Tom Holland obviously knocks it out of the park as Peter Parker and shit, so you got nothing to worry about there, Spider-Man fans. Yeah. So, yeah, I still haven't come up with a system really for, like a scoring system for the movies. We always would try, but it never just quite works. But I'll just say whether or not I'll say watch the post-credit scenes. Okay, the weird thing for me with Spider-Man was the goddamn, how they had Captain America sprinkled in there in these weird little school videos and shit. Like, I get it, they were and they even poked fun, like, at the first time they showed it, they even poked fun that he was like a war criminal or something like that now. But, yeah, it was kind of cool. But, I don't know. Other than that, yeah, overall, good. One kind of cheese, and one kind of good. But, yeah, moving on. I'm gonna just stroll right on forward here. We're coming up on the half-hour mark. So let's take a second and let's ask John Frickin Smith where we're going right now. Yeah. All right, thank you, John Frickin Smith. once again for that Gay for Day intro. Now let's get into the mood for some dude.
Gay for a day.
Oh, fuck off. I do my cheese. Fuck off. So anyway, we've got this week, I mentioned him earlier, the true star of that damn sex tape movie, Mr. Rob Lowe.
Gay for a day.
Born in 1964, which qualifies him for that fucking ain't dead yet shit too. His old ass is he's still got the damn dimples. He looks fucking creepy a little bit. I suspect a little plastic surgery is taking place, but he hasn't quite overdone it, I guess. I didn't even watch him in anything as a kid either. That's what's sad. He's just, I only have seen him in a few things. But he's kind of funny, I guess. Yeah. Real short, that Gay for a Day segment, this one. But, yeah. Sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at J&T Podcast on all of them. There's links down there. Links to John Frickin Smith. You know the drill. Link to Studio. I'm not going to sing it. I swore I wasn't going to sing it, so I'm not going to sing it. I know you've been expecting it too, you fucker. I didn't mean to call you I called you a fucker. Let's... Actually, it's been long enough. I think we can call this one finished, Already mentioned the socials. Oh, the voicemail. I'll mention that again. Drop us a voicemail. I need to hear some more battle cries to get the boys back. I think they need motivation. I think they need more where the fuckers rook and corn. And I think if you guys call and leave a voicemail, I can send the voicemails right to them, so for them to play, and I can, I could play them on the show too. But yeah, I think we need to hear some more battle cries. That number is it's down there in the description, but it's also 951-394-3420. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, this is like almost like a protest. I don't know. This is a goddamn call to action almost. We need we need convincing. I need help convincing the guys that they need to help get the show back going and shit, back into the full force. So yeah, leave some voicemails. Fucking leave some tweet us. Goddamn, drop something on our Facebook page, because nobody ever does. Drop something on our you can tag us in an Instagram post. We need some where the fuck is Rook and Corn. Bring them back. Bring back Rookie and Corn. Yes. Battle cries. And yeah, I'll say goodbye now. See you next week.